In the dynamic realm of luxury watches, Omega's masterpieces are skyrocketing in value, blending storied heritage with modern innovation to deliver stellar returns for savvy collectors in 2025. From space-conquering Speedmasters to deep-sea Seamasters, these top 10 picks from vintage icons to limited editions are appreciating 15 to 30% annually on the secondary market, fueled by scarcity, bond lore, and Swatch's bold pricing. Dive into the watches that turn time into treasure. Number 10. Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean 600M Gray Ceramic. The Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean 600 Nano Gray Ceramic surges into 2025 as a hyper-durable deep-sea sentinel. Its silicon nitride ceramic case twice as light as steel, yet impervious to scratches and corrosion, propelling values upward by 13% annually on the secondary market, where pristine examples now command $6,500 premiums over retail, outpacing steel siblings in collector fervor for its aerospace-grade resilience fused with oceanic elegance. At 45 meter wide and 40 meter thick, this 107-gram featherweight marvel deploys a monocoque frame of dark gray Si3N4 ceramic, brushed and polished to evoke storm-swept hulls, encircled by a unidirectional bezel of matching ceramic with liquid metal dive scale that gleams eternally under pressure. Its helium escape valve and screw-down crown sealing 600 meters of unyielding submersion for saturation divers or yacht-bound tycoons. Powered by the META-certified caliber 8906 automatic, cost 25 joules, humming at 25E200 VPH with coaxial escapement, 60-hour reserve, and silicon balance spring for 15,000 Gauss anti-magnetism. This GMT powerhouse tracks dual time zones via a central arrow hand, its titanium dial textured in sunburst waves that shift from slate to silver, luminous indices and hands glowing blue-green for abyssal legibility during midnight descents. Sapphire crystal, domed and AR-coated, vaults the display while the exhibition caseback unveils the rhodium-plated rotor etched with waves, a nod to Seamaster's 1948 Genesis, complemented by a gray rubber strap with titanium clasp that molds to wrists like a second skin, adjustable for wetsuit swells. As Omega's 2023 innovation, the gray ceramic's scarcity fewer than 1,000 units annually fuels 18% pre-owned appreciation since launch, eclipsing Rolex Yachtmaster ceramics at half the weight, with enthusiasts hailing its thermal stability and hypoallergenic poise for equatorial expeditions or polar plunges. Number 9. Omega Speedmaster Racing White Dial. The Omega Speedmaster Racing White Dial accelerates into 2025's collector crosshairs as a motorsport homage hybrid, its crisp porcelain canvas and checkered accents driving 15% secondary surges to $5,200 averages, where 44 minutes chronos, like Ref. 329.30 4451.04. 01 eclipse retail by 20%, luring revheads with rally-ready chronometry that outstrips edifice rivals in heritage heft. Spanning 44.25 mm in stainless steel, 13.7 mm thick, with 51 mm lug to lug. This 200-gram powerhouse cradles the META's-tested caliber 9900 automatic, 60-hour reserve coaxial beating at 25,200 VPH with vertical clutch for glitch-free starts, its silicon hairspring shrugging 15,000 Gauss fields from engine bays or MRI mishaps. The fixed white dial, lacquered for luminous pop, deploys rhodium-plated subdials at 3D69 with tachymeter track, encircling applied indices, sword hands, and central chrono, sweeping over superluminova plots that blaze azure in fog-shrouded circuits. A magnified date at 6 o'clock parsing laps without pause. Unidirectional ceramic bezel, black polished with white enamel scale, rotates 120 clicks for elapsed fury, framed by sapphire crystal AR domed for glare-free glances during high-velocity pursuits, while the screw-down crown and exhibition, back-etched with racing motifs, fortify 100-meter seals against trackside sprays. The 3-link bracelet, brushed for grip and mirror-flanked for flash, deploys a folding clasp with diver's extension, its solid end links hugging 7.5-inch wrists with ergonomic empathy, as 22mm lugs invite Perlon swaps for vintage vibe. As Omega's 2018 revival of 1968's racing lineage, the white dial's limited runs under 2,000 yearly propel 11.2% volatility-fueled gains, undercutting Tag Heuer Carreras in column wheel cachet, with forums buzzing over its panda-killer poise amid Swatch's 8-15% hikes. Priced at $6,500 retail yet flipping at $7,800, it narrates asphalt anthems where white contrasts crimson accents like checkered flags, The movement's glucider balance conquering vibrations from burnout bliss. In 2025's grid of gray market gambles, the racing white dial laps lavishly, a chronal chariot blending brute chronograph ballet with blinding aesthetics, empowering pilots to time triumphs with unerring urgency, where every tick tallies torque in timeless triumph. Number 8. Omega Constellation Pi Pan Vintage Models. The Omega Constellation Pi Pan Vintage Models ascend 2025's dress watch dais as horological heirlooms, their sloped dial sorcery from 1952-1969 catalyzing 25% auction spikes to $3,500 medians for Refe, 168. The Euro 5 steel exemplars, where Pi Pan patina commands $5,400 highs for gold-capped rarities, outshining modern Globemasters in retro reverence and scarcity-fueled ascent. Encased in 34mm stainless or 14K gold over steel 9.5mm slim with 40mm lug-to-lug. These 120-gram relics house the adjusted to 5 positions caliber 551 automatic, 24-joule chronometer ticking at 19,800 VPH with Incablock shockproofing for plicey for 2 seconds daily. Its gold-plated bridges gleaming through exhibition apertures on select refs. The Pi Pan dial, faceted edges evoking inverted tart tins, blooms in silver crosshair guilloche under Dauphine hands, and applied dagger markers, the iconic 8-star medallion at 6 o'clock honoring 1931 observatory sweeps. Framing date windows or moon phases in luminous whispers for crepuscular clarity. Smooth bezels yield to pieced cases with Pi Pan flanges, sapphire or mineral crystals vaulting the display while screw-down backs bear observatory crests, sealing 50 meters against humid haunts, as 18-inch lugs thread onto period mesh or leather for cuff-slipping grace. As Omega's post-Ploprof prestige pinnacle over 1 million produced yet pristine pies scarcer than hen's teeth, their +20% CAGR eclipses date-just dressers, with Christie's 2022 bond auctions inflating values via provenance, forums fetishizing unrestored dials tropical tango. Priced from $2,188 entry to $5,400 apex in 2025, amid 7% swatch surges, they whisper 1848 legacy where Pi facets prism light like Constellation clusters, the movement's Breguet overcoil sustaining salon serenity. In 2025's vogue of vintage vignettes, Pi Pan Constellations crown connoisseurs, a faceted fellowship blending mid-century minimalism with chronometric canon, anointing ambassadors of affluence with wrist-worn whispers of stellar subtlety, where every slope scripts sophistication in slanted splendor. Number 7. Omega Seamaster Diver 300mm No Time to Die Edition. The Omega Seamaster Diver 300mm No Time to Die Edition infiltrates 2025's spy thriller trove as Bond's titanium talisman, its Grade 2 case and mesh bracelet lightweight yet bomb-proof igniting 22% resale rockets to $9,000 medians for ref. 210, 90, 42, 20, 01. 001, where full set relics outbid retail by 30%. Captivating cinephiles with 007's covert cachet that vaults past Bond kin in exclusivity. Measuring 42mm cross and 13mm thick 49.6mm lug to lug. This 140-gram Phantom deploys a brushed titanium hull with helium valve and screw-down crown, its unidirectional bezel of aluminum laser-ablated for vintage patina tracking, elapsed intrigue with loom pip precision, domed sapphire AR-coded to pierce fogged visors or midnight ops. The Metis-vetted caliber 8806 automatic 28 joules at 25,200 VPH, coaxial with silicon escapement delivers 55-hour autonomy and 15,000 Gauss defiance. Its no-date dial in tobacco brown sunburst evoking aged leather, skeletonized indices, and broad arrows glowing vintage cream for dossier deciphering in dim layers. Subdials at 3 to 6 to 9 parsing power reserves, seconds clutter. The Milanese mesh bracelet, titanium woven for breathable bondage, clasps with folding security and NATO insert for tactical swaps, its links undulating like Q's gadgets under strain. As 2020's Craig finale limited to 7,007 units, the NTTD's scarcity amid swatches' 10% hikes propels premiums, undercutting Omega's Ploprof in Bond Biblios, with Phillips auctions etching espionage epics at 18% KAGR. Retailing $10,000 yet flipping at $12,500, it embodies Swatch's tariff tango while vintage Seamasters stagnate, the dial's gradient whispering M's missives in metallic murmur. In 2025's cloak of covert chronos, the NTTD edition ensnares supreme, a spectral spyglass where lightness liberates lethality, arming agents with anti-magnetic alacrity that appreciates as covertly as it endures, proving luxury lurks in licensed legacy. Number 6. Omega Seamaster Ploprof 1200 Met. The Omega Seamaster Ploprof 1200 AMR plunges into 2025's abyssal arena as a saturation diving deity. It's Omega Steel monoblock 1200 meter rated with asymmetric guards vaulting values 20% to $8,500 secondaries for ref. 227 30 55 15.01. 001, where titanium titans like Summer Blue editions command $9,200, luring pros with 1970s fortitude that humbles Rolex sea dwellers in depth defiance. At 55, Kabori 48 meter, 15.5 mm thick, 55 mm lug-to-lug. This 200-gram behemoth forges grade 5 titanium or Omega steel case, brushed flanks and polished edges evoking submersible hulls. Its fixed bezel of sapphire crystal blue varnished back for loom-revealing scale. Framing the crown's bunker-like shield at 2 o'clock, screw down with helium valve conquering hyperbaric horrors. The caliber 8912 automatic 25 joules coaxial at 25,200 VPH Metis chronometer with silicon balance yields 60-hour reserve and 15,000 Gauss armor. Its sunburst dial in gradient blue or black, undulating like ocean trenches, broad arrows and indices superluminova charged in aquamarine for void visibility. Date at 6 o'clock magnified sans cyclops clutter. The rubber strap or titanium bracelet segmented for flex. Clasp with ratchet extension adapts to 8-inch dive suits, its keepers channeling 1971's Ploprof ethos amid 2023's 75th Seamaster revival. As Omega's ultra-deep opus fewer than 500 yearly, the Ploprof's +1 to 18% appreciation trumps submariners in saturation supremacy, forums feeding its mono-case might post-swatch surges. Retailing $8,800 yet reselling at $10,500, it narrates nautical nightmares where waves warp in metallic menace, the movement's glucider wheel absorbing seismic shudders. In 2025's undersea uprising, the Ploprof plummets paramount, a trenchant titan blending brute bezelry with benthic bravery, empowering explorers to plumb perdition with unblinking ballast, where luxury laps at Leviathan latitudes in lean lethality. Number 5. Omega Speedmaster Snoopy Award Series. The Omega Speedmaster Snoopy Award Series orbits 2025's collector cosmos as NASA's Canine Commendation, its silver Snoopy dials and animated casebacks commemorating Apollo 13's salvation catapulting values 100% over retail to $15,000 for 2020's 50th ref. 310.32 4250.02 where 2003's 5,441 piece ref deals 3578.51. Euro hits $8,000, eclipsing standard speedies in lunar lore and scarcity-driven ascent. At 42 mm stainless 13, 2 mm thick, 50 mm lug-to-lug. This 150-gram icon cradles the manual wine caliber 3861 to 26 joules at 21,600 VPH, column wheel coaxial with Breguet spring. For 50-hour reserve and 15,000 Gauss guardianship. Its silver or white dial embossed with Snoopy at 9 o'clock. Thought bubbled, failure is not an option. Framing step subdials and tachymeter track, alpha hands and plots glowing green for stellar stargazing. The black ceramic bezel, tachymeter enameled white, rotates not but vaults sapphire AR domed for cosmic clarity, while the Naiad-locked caseback spins Earth and Moon with Snoopy's CSM hand-synced to chrono for 60-second ballets, engraved master chronometer beneath waves. The nylon strap or bracelet flat link for vintage vibe clasps with pushers, its blue lining tracing Apollo 13's arc, as 20mm lugs lure leather for mission mods. As Omega's Triptych Tribute 1970 Award for Speedy's thrust-timing heroism, the Snoopy series limited legacies yield 25% CAGR, outpacing Moonwatch metas, post-20 platinum debuts, and Swatch's 12% hikes. Retailing $2,600 for 50th yet flipping at $16,000, it howls heritage where beagle motifs moonwalk in metallic mirth, the movement's rhodium plating pulsing pulsar precision. In 2025's Stellar Stampede, Snoopy Speedmasters soar singularly, a beagle-bound bastion blending NASA nostalgia with chronal choreography, arming astronauts with wrist-worn whimsy that appreciates as eternally as it endears, proving luxury launches in lunar levity. Number 4. Omega Seamaster 300 Bronze Gold. The Omega Seamaster 300 Bronze Gold alchemizes 2025's Patina Pantheon as Omega's inaugural 9K alloy opus. Its corrosion-defying rose bronze 37.5% AU with PD stability igniting 18% secondary swells to $9,500 for ref. 234, 92, 41, 21. Timmy 01, where full sets outpace steel by 25%, seducing sailors with 1957 heritage that bronzes Rolex Milgauss in vintage vigor. At 41 Nepler wide and 13.85 mm thick, 48 men lug to lug. This 160-gram relic forges bronze gold case and bezel, brushed curves and polished chamfers evoking barnacle-kissed relics. Its brown ceramic insert vintage superluminova scale unidirectionally rotating for dive drama, screw-down crown and exhibition back-sealing 300 meters against briny barrages. The caliber 8912 automatic 25 joules coaxial at 25 passenger on 200 VPH. Seamaster with silicon escape bestows 60-hour autonomy and 15,000 Gauss bulwark. Its sandwich dial in phosphorus bronze patina over German silver blooming tobacco gradients. Open Arabic markers and broad arrows glowing blue for twilight tides. Date at 3 o'clock framed sans magnifier. The brown leather strap tapered 21 to 16 millimeters with bronze gold buckle caresses like weathered canvas. Its quick release inviting sailcloth swaps for deck-bound duty, as 20 millimeter lugs ladder onto mesh for formal flings. As 2021's Alloy Anthem Unlimited, yet under 1,000 gold annually, the Bronze 300's scarcity amid 9% swatch surges fuels premiums, undercutting QSN8 bronzes in hue fidelity, auctions etching plus 115% trajectories. Retailing $11,500 yet reselling at $13,800. It narrates nautical novellas where bronze blooms eternally, the movement's rhodium rotor rippling radial rays. In 2025's Alloy Avalanche, the Bronze Gold 300 gleams goldenly, a patented paragon fusing 1957's Dive Dawn with durable dusk, empowering mariners with wrist-worn warmth that appreciates as steadfastly as it ages, where luxury lingers in lustrous lineage. Number 3. Omega Speedmaster, first Omega in space, FOiS. The Omega Speedmaster, first Omega in space, FOiS, catapults into 2025's orbital opus as Sigma 7's 1962 Sentinel. Its CK2998 homage alpha hands and stepped dials rocketing values 12% to $7,500 secondaries for refout. 310, 30, 40, 50, 06, 01, where 2024 revamps Outfly 2012 originals by 15%, ensnaring Space Nicks with pre-Moonwatch mystique that vaults past pros in provenance. At 39.7 mm stainless, 13 mm thick, 47 mm lug to lug. This 130-gram Vanguard deploys straight lug case with polished bevels. Its black ceramic bezel tachymeter enameled white evoking anodized aluminum ancestors, sapphire hesselite domed for vintage vaulting over AR glare, screw-down crown fortifying 50 meters sans helium histrionics. The manual caliber 3861 to 26 joules, column wheel at 21,600 VPH, coaxial with Breguet spring yields 50-hour reserve and 15,000 Gauss aegis. Its gray-blue CVD mimicking dial with vintage Omega logo framing step subdials, alpha indices, and broad arrow hands, superluminova lit in cream for capsule cockpits, .over 90 bezel nodding Shiraz flight. The flat link bracelet or leather strap 20mm tapering clasps with pushers, its links channeling 1959 symmetry for 7-inch orbits, as exhibition back unveils rhodium gears etched first Omega in space. As 2012's bicentennial beacon revived 2024 with 3861, the FOiS's plus 110% KGR trumps reducids in rarity, forums feeding its sub-40mm subtlety, post-swatches 11% escalation. Retailing $7,900 on strap, yet flipping at $9,000, it chronicles cosmic christenings where blue-gray gradients galaxy gaze, the movement's glucider balance conquering zero-G zephyrs. In 2025's stellar surge, the FOiS forges foremost, a pre-professional pioneer blending ballistic bezels with orbital originality, arming aviators with wrist-worn wonder that appreciates as boundlessly as it blasts off, proving luxury lifts in Launchpad legacy. Number 2. Omega Speedmaster Ed White 321 Re-Edition. The Omega Speedmaster Ed White 321 Re-Edition elevates 2025's chronograph cathedral as Gemini RF's 1965 spacewalker. Its faithful ST-105.003 facsimile column wheel Cal eyes. 321 Reborn skyrocketing values 20% to $13,000 secondaries for Refav. 311.30 and a 40 made 30 but 1. 001 where Steel Sentinels surpass Platinum Kin by 25% liquidity, captivating connoisseurs with EVA ethos that eclipses 3861s in historical heartbeat. At 39.7 mm stainless, the 13.15 mm thick, 47 mm lug to lug, this 140-gram homage sculpts straight lug case with brushed flanks. Its black ceramic bezel tachymeter, white enameled mirroring aluminum forebears, sapphire crystal emulating Hesselite haze yet AR-proof for stellar scrutiny, screw-down crown ceiling 50 meters with exhibition poise. The manual caliber 321 to 17 joules lateral clutch at 21,600 VPH, vanadium steel lever delivers 48-hour reserve and 15,000 Gauss fortitude. Its black step dial with vintage logo orbiting recessed subdials, applied dagger markers and alpha hands glowing green for extravehicular eclipses, .over 90 bezel honoring White's tether. The flat link bracelet 119 grams supple or Velcro NATO clasps with pushers, its vintage O evoking 1965's symmetry for 7-inch EVAs, as sapphire caseback spotlights, rhodium bridges, and blued screws. As 2020's Apollo 11 Herald Unlimited, yet 321 limited production, the Ed White's plus 22% appreciation vaults Moonwatch metas, undercutting Patek 5070s and NASA narrative, auctions etching 18% escalations post-2024 steel debut. Retailing $1,400 yet reselling at $1,600 amid 13% swatch spikes, it narrates nebula narratives where steps sink in sonic subtlety. The movement's Maltese cross-pulsing pulsar precision. In 2025's vintage Vanguard, the Ed White 321 reigns resplendent, a spacewalk sovereign fusing ballistic ballet with chronal choreography, empowering explorers with wrist-worn wizardry that appreciates as ethereally as it endures, where luxury launches in lunar lineage. Number 1. Omega Speedmaster CK29W5, 1957. The Omega Speedmaster CK29W5, 1957, crowns 2025's Chronograph Coliseum as horology's Genesis Grail, its broad arrow broadsword and tachymeter trailblazer. First of the trilogy shattering records at $3. $4 million for pristine CK29W5 where even serviced survivors fetch $200,000 medians, dwarfing Daytona Dawns in 1848 rooted rarity that redefines ROI at 30% KGR for unrestored relics. At 38 mm stainless 12 mm thick, 45 mm lug to lug, this 110-gram Ur Chrono forges pieced case with polished lugs. Its steel, bezel, tachymeter engraved sans ceramic pioneering scale relocation, mineral crystal arching over pie pan subdials for vintage vault, screw-down back shielding cal, 321's lateral clutch sans helium heraldry. The hand wound caliber 321 to 17 joules at 18,000 VPH, column wheel with vanadium lever bestows 43-hour autonomy and observatory-adjusted +4 2 seconds, its black dial with applied radium plots and broad arrow hands, glowing faded ochre encircling step registers, and signature at 12 over 60 bezel, nodding 57's motoring mandate. The bead-blasted bracelet or leather strap 18mm tapering buckles with period poise, its links channeling Trilogy's tool watch tenor for 7-inch tracks, as serviced examples whisper through sapphire swaps. As 1957's Speed Sentinel, under 1,000 King 895, one's extant, the original's scarcity amid swatches homage hordes yields stratospheric spikes, outbidding Paul Newman's in provenance. Phillips 2024 auctions etching +135% trajectories for full sets. Valued from $150,000 entry to millions apex, it inaugurates Omega's Odyssey where arrows aim eternally, the movement's blued screws spinning sonic symphonies. In 2025's Relic Renaissance, the CK2915 conquers cosmically, a broad arrow bastion blending ballistic bezels with birthright brilliance, arming aficionados with wrist-worn watershed that appreciates as apocalyptically as it accelerates, where luxury leaps from launchpad legend.